and welcome. I'm Paul Werlin with Arlington Public News, and we're pleased to have with us today Arlington native Lindsay Colbert-Olds, who is a trapeze artist with the circus troupe Frequently Asked Questions. So you are an Arlington native, and it's a little bit of an unusual path for someone to go into the circus. How did you get started in that? What piqued your interest in starting to want to do that?
It was really gradual, I guess, to decide that I wanted to become a circus performer. I was in gymnastics when I was little, did the high school gymnastics team, so that was always kind of how I started to become acrobatic, I guess. And just kind of gradually became more and more into circus and more passionate about that.
We're here to welcome Kia Eastman of the circus troupe Frequently Asked Questions, who's also a trapeze artist, and you're the trapeze partner of Lindsay Colbert-Olds, correct?
That's correct, yeah. It's so much fun to be able to express yourself in a total different way and using your whole body. And doing it with Lindsay as a trapeze partner, we're more than just best friends, we're sisters, we're family.
How does it feel when you're up on the trapeze?
It's what I do. I feel at home up there.
It's very magical, I guess is the best way to describe it. When you're up there, to us, it feels very natural.
We're pleased to welcome now Patrick Tobin, who's also a local boy from Milton, who is the tight wire walker for the circus troupe Frequently Asked Questions. And tight wire walker, there's a difference. What made you decide to want to pursue this?
Yeah, there is a difference. Some people walk on a tight rope, which is like a material rope, and then other people use a steel cable. So in my specialty, we walk and do acrobatics and dance movements on a steel cable. There's a spring attached to it, so it gives you some bounce, so you can do jumps and cartwheels and things like that. And it's a very traditional circus discipline.
How many of you are there in the troupe, and how do you all work together? How do you resolve any conflict that comes up? How does that work?
There's 9 members of Frequently Asked Questions.
We've decided to work collectively, which in the beginning we didn't know if it would be too much of a challenge or if we'd ultimately need a director. But it's been incredible. We've actually been able to function as a collective.
And also I think as a troupe, the 9 of us have really gotten to know each other this summer, and we've been a family, we've been sleeping, we've been traveling, we've been driving 17 hours in a crammed car with all of our stuff, and so it's really been a great opportunity to get to know the members of our troupe better, and it's really become quite a family.
Your circus troupe is called Frequently Asked Questions, yeah. Right? Tell us a little bit about how your circus troupe differs and why you decided to call it Frequently Asked Questions.
I mean, we've all chosen this kind of unusual path, being the circus, and we come home and we get these frequently asked questions, like, oh, you say you're in the circus, and it's like, oh, like, you train lions, oh, can you do a backflip, can you do a split, can you juggle? What our goal of our show and bringing back what we've learned from abroad training circus is bringing back what we've learned to answer those questions.
There are days where the tricks come easier and it feels more natural and things go smoothly, and then there are other days where you fall and you fall again and you fall again, and you just have to take those days in stride and move on to the next day.
In our troupe, we try to tell a story in a way. We use dance and we use acting, and we put meaning behind our acts, and there's a story we're trying to tell, or a message we're trying to convey, or just some kind of feeling that goes along with it.
We were all raised with very different styles of circus. That it's great because that's what we like. We want our show to give off. We want to give off that feeling of we can be anything.